without hurting people's feelings. People get sensitive. KD says the other day his name should be discussed in the greatest of all time. I think the greatest players are Michael Jordan.
Shaq recently targeted Kevin Durant over comments laughing at Michael Jordan's era in his baseball hiatus. He struck back with remarks that landed heavily. We knew Shaq wouldn't remain quiet, but few expected his reply to escalate this much. Let's break everything down. The podcast episode. In December 2025, LeBron James and Kevin Durant appeared on LeBron's Mind the Game podcast. The discussion moved to load management in today's NBA. They contrasted how modern stars rest strategically compared to 80s and 90s players who played through injuries without current medical tools, recovery systems, or chartered flights. The focus then shifted to Michael Jordan. LeBron and KD joked about the old school, including MJ's short baseball retirement in the 1990s. They laughed at quirks of the era's game. Their chat seemed casual. Their humor appeared innocent to them, but Shaquille O'Neal saw it differently. When clips surfaced online, Shaq publicly reacted. He interpreted their laughter as ridicule. He believed two modern stars were dismissing sacrifices of past legends. Shaq spoke out, arguing they hadn't seen the true challenges of Jordan's career, criticizing their entitlement. He noted that LeBron and KD never experienced that era firsthand. They didn't know playing on commercial flights, back-to-back games without rest, or the lack of today's sports science. Shaq highlighted MJ's personal losses and absence of modern luxuries in the old NBA. He addressed the reasons behind Jordan's baseball break. He reminded audiences of James Jordan's 1993 murder. That tragedy influenced Michael's decision to step away from basketball. Shaq argued that laughing at this period was disrespectful. He accused them of entitlement and ignoring hardships. With faced by pioneers like MJ Bird, Magic, and Kareem, he listed players who built the league foundations. LeBron and KD now benefit from. Shaq claimed these legends deserved respect, not ridicule. Through interviews and social media, Shaq tore into the GOAT debate, criticizing LeBron and KD for dismissing past physical and mental demands. He stressed the 80s and 90s NBA was more physical. Hard fouls were not penalized as they are today. An aggressive defense was allowed. Shaq argued modern stars would fail in that environment. He urged respect for historical context. This wasn't minor. Shaq positioned himself as defending MJ and the generation shaping today's NBA. Fan reactions were mixed. Some sided with Shaq, others deemed him overly sensitive. Many felt LeBron and KD crossed a line. MJ is widely considered the greatest ever, and joking about personal tragedy felt wrong. Others claimed the laughter was commentary on evolving eras, not disrespect. Recent social posts show debates continuing, with fans split over Shaq's critique. Some saw him as preserving legacy. Others saw resistance to the game's evolution. The feud illustrates ongoing generational tensions, with Shaq defending MJ and the old guard while LeBron and KD represent modern stars. This clash goes beyond a podcast. It reflects old-school reverence versus new-school freedom. Interestingly, Shaq and Durant have history. The 2017 JaVale McGee feud. Shaq and KD's clashes predate 2025. Their fiercest incident occurred February 2017 over a third-party JaVale McGee. McGee played center for the Warriors. He was often featured on Shaq's TNT segment Shaq and a Fool, showing player bloopers. Shaq frequently targeted McGee for mistakes, which KD perceived as bullying, watching his teammate humiliated repeatedly. Durant spoke out publicly on Twitter. He called Shaq childish, seeking attention by mocking McGee. Durant also questioned Shaq's basketball skills, claiming Shaq relied solely on size, highlighting his poor free throws and lack of versatility. Shaq's dominance was undeniable for championships and three straight finals MVPs, but Durant's critique directly attacked his legacy. Shaq countered, insisting KD focus on winning rings first. KD had none. Shaq had 4. Shaq argued titles granted authority to critique. He defended his career and criticized modern players like KD as soft. The exchange went viral. Warriors coach Steve Kerr and KD addressed it publicly, with Kerr calling Shaq's actions unprofessional. KD reaffirmed he wouldn't be intimidated. Shaq doubled down, claiming the NBA softened due to players like KD. He expanded criticism to the new generation's toughness.
I want to give him a GOAT kind of status because I don't want to disrespect his talent because KD we've never seen that before, right? As a fan of basketball, to me, I've never seen a more skilled guy at that height. He could do everything that a guard can do. He shoots better than anybody ever, damn near except for Steph. And that part I think is GOAT status. But I'm saying, like, when y'all start doing championships and this, it gets weird.
To the feud underscored generational divides. Shaq represented the old-school physical era. KD represented today's skill-focused game. The men embodied distinct philosophies. Shaq valued championships and physical dominance. Durant prioritized skill. versatility, and individual talent. The tension persisted all season. Ironically, KD won his first with a championship in June with the Warriors 4 months after Shaq told him to earn one first. They defeated Cleveland in the finals. Durant won Finals MVP, gaining the credential Shaq had demanded. While some criticism faded, tensions lingered. Their pattern of clashes remained: jabs, temporary pauses, and resurfacing conflicts. In January 2023, Shaq dismissed Lakers forward Rui Hachimura on TNT, despite his strong game. Durant, now with Brooklyn, subtweeted Shaq, implying he was out of touch. Shaq escalated, mocking KD's career insensitivity. KD fired back, referencing Shaq's age, online habits, and even rapper J. Cole. Their exchanges were chaotic, often pointless, but reflected unresolved issues. In June 2022, KD had public tension with Draymond Green over podcast comments. Shaq sided with Green, shading KD for sensitivity in his bus rider rings the debate about leading versus joining a championship team. Shaq consistently argued Durant's titles with Golden State were diminished. Durant called out Shaq's bitterness toward modern player empowerment. Their interactions are complex, one-day opponents and other-day allies. In March 2024, KD surpassed Shaq on the NBA all-time scoring list. Shaq congratulated him but added a challenge, mixing respect with rivalry. Fans debated whether Shaq's congratulations were genuine or perceived. In November 2024, amid KD's spat with Stephen A. Smith, Shaq defended Durant. Their relationship fluctuates, allies and adversaries depending on context. GOAT debate and Durant's legacy remain central. Shaq has firm opinions on Durant's place in history, fueling public friction across platforms.
Without hurting people's feelings, people get sensitive. KD says the other day his name should be discussed in the greatest of all time conversation. What has he not done? Agree or disagree?
See, you got to be specific. You can't just say greatest of all.
No, the GOAT. Like they always talk about LeBron,
I think
Michael Jordan. I throw in Kobe. Some people don't. I threw in Steph Curry the other day. Now he's saying his name should be in that conversation.
Kareem. For Shaq, the GOAT conversation has a specific membership.
For Shaq, the GOAT list has clear tiers. Michael Jordan reigns supreme. Kobe Bryant, despite debate, belongs in a discussion. LeBron appears according to others. Steph Curry earned recognition through championships. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar boasts scoring records and titles. Kevin Durant, however, occupies a different tier.
I think KD is the GOAT on this for 7 foot, 2 guard.
No. Is he one of the greatest of all time? Yes.
He's one of the greatest 7. We've
No.
never seen another KD.
Should he be in that conversation?
For Shaq, categorized Durant separately. He recognized KD's greatness but denied him entry into the top tier. The distinction is critical. Being great does not equal being among the elite. Shaq intentionally drew this line. Others in discussion offered contrasting viewpoints.